Welcome to NovaCircuit TCG. Today's video we're going to be looking at Dialga VSTAR and Darkrai VSTAR. What was most interesting is these were the two final matches for our locals tournament last week. Let's go ahead and look at the deck list and see what these decks are going to be providing for this matchup. Looking at the Darkrai VSTAR list, it's a pretty basic setup. You got 4 Darkrai Vs and 3 Darkrai VSTARs. You have the Moltres to help bring in energy as well, and Crobats for the draw support. You have your staples like Dark Patch, Rotom and Trekking Shoes to kind of help bring consistency to this list. Looking at the Dialga list, this one runs 4 Mews, 1 Radiant Greninja, and 1 Zacian. This deck is built more for consistency on the setup with Dialga and getting the energy needed for it to hit its V-Star power. This deck runs staples like Metal Saucer. The Mew and the Radiant Greninja help set up consistently for this deck to hit those really big knockouts needed late in the game. Looks like our opponents are ready to set up. Looks like Darkrai starting with the Darkrai V, and looks like our Dialga V-Star deck list is starting with the Radiant Greninja. Both not bad starts for the opponents. It honestly really determines on how well these first turns go. Both of these decks really rely on great setups. Darkrai being putting as much as you can down on the bench, getting as much energy as you can on the board. So Darkrai VSTAR can hit those big numbers. Looks like he's playing a quick ball to kind of search his deck, obviously getting rid of a dark energy to help with the dark patches later. I would say he would want to look for the Radiant Greninja here. That he does pull it out. This is just for being able to discard energies consistently and also draw cards. He does play the Radiant Greninja now. Wondering if he's going to be able to pull off a concealed cards to get the draw. Looks like he just attaches energy in the choice belt to Darkrai. Trekking Shoes, of course, to look at the top card, you can put the other card into your hand. If you don't, discard that card and draw another card. Looks like he decided to go with drawing another card. Went ahead and used concealed cards to draw 2 cards. Looks like he played the Rotom. This allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose one of them, then shuffle the other cards back into your deck, then put the card that you chose at the top of your deck. This card is more for setup either for this turn, or usually you can use the concealed cards Greninja to get the cards needed for your setup. Looks like that was it for Darkrai. I don't say that was a great start. You kind of want to like fill your bench a little bit more and have a little bit more energies. Having just 1 energy on the board isn't too great. I couldn't really see what was in his hand, so we'll see what see if Dialga can take advantage of this. Of course, he discarded the energy with concealed cards, Greninja's ability. Looks like we're only getting an energy attachment. Metal Saucer for the discarded energy. So he's got 2 energies set up already. The start's not too bad. And looks like he's going to pass too. So a slow start for both decks, actually. Let's see what Darkrai can do. I think Darkrai really needs to set up big time here. Looks like he did draw an energy, though. So hopefully he can... It looks like he did draw energy, though. So let's see what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to go ahead and attach. Play the Crobat. Crobat was the dark asset, letting you draw up to 6 cards in your hand. This is a really weird situation because Darkrai really needs to get a nice setup here. It looks like he's going to play concealed cards to go ahead and draw 2 cards. It does put another dark energy in the discard. Not sure if he has any dark patches in hand. He is playing the Ultra Ball. This can really help him. Looks like he's going to Ultra Ball a Quick Ball into Rose Tower. I would assume he's going to go for the Moltres here. Oh, and then he's also going to go ahead and Quick Ball as well. So you would think one of these is definitely a Moltres. V, of course. And then maybe set up another Darkrai on the board. Oh, no. So he went for the Darkrai VSTAR. And you would assume this next card is a Moltres. I'm not sure what he has in his hand. I would assume that he's going to go for the Moltres V. And go ahead and use its Dire Flame Wings ability. He does go for the Moltres. So not too bad of a turn 2 for Darkrai. I still think there needs to be more energy on the board because eventually when Dialga evolves, its HP becomes 280. It's going to take a lot more for Darkrai to hit the numbers for the knockout. So he does play down the Moltres. He does, looks like he is going to go for the Dire Flame Wings. Looks like he went ahead and played Dark Patch to attach an energy to the Moltres. And looks like he's going to go ahead and play the Professor's Research as well to go ahead and draw a new fresh hand. Get another Darkrai V set up. Gonna go ahead and play another Dark Patch. Gonna go ahead and play the Rotom Phone, kind of set up his draw for the next turn. I believe he already used concealed cards this turn, so Darkrai's really putting itself in a really good situation right here, especially with Dialga also having the slow start. Looks like he attacked with the Darkrai using Dark Pulse, knocks out the Greninja, so now Dialga doesn't have its setup card. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and evolve into the Dialga VSTAR. Its V-Star power is insanely good, especially if the setup's right, but looks like he might be a turn or two behind. Especially with the knockout on the Greninja, he is in a really bad situation. Dialga's going to have to do something to either pull off a really hardcore Metal Blast, which right now it doesn't look like that's a good situation because... Oh, it looks like he's going to go ahead and play the boss in the Crobat. Boston. Oh, he's just gonna go ahead and attack. All right. So a very bad state for Dialga right now. There is a chance, I believe, if the math is correct, Darkrai VSTAR might be able to get the knockout on this turn and win the game. If you could attach energy to the Crobat, maybe. I would say attach energy to the Crobat, retreat it, Dire Flame Wings. Maybe a couple Dark Patches. He has not used his V-Star ability with Darkrai, which allows you to choose 2 item cards from your discard pile, which he can pull up 2 Dark Patches. Okay, so he does Research. Or no, he Ultra Balls. An Energy and a Research for another Darkrai V-Star. Going ahead and set up. Darkrai's in a great spot right now. Way ahead right now. It's going to be a lot for this Dialga. If this Dialga survives this turn, it's going to need a lot to even get out of the situation that it's in right now. Go ahead and evolve the Darkrai. Counting numbers. So yeah, the play would definitely be Crobat, Retreat, 2 Dark Patches and a Dire Flame Wings, and I believe that does the math for knockout, because you would have, that'd be 3 extra energy on board. He already has 5, so that'd be 8, 24 with the Choice Belt. Yeah. So that's the winning play. I think he even has it with the 2 Dark Patches. Yeah, even without the Dire Flame Wings. So he, alright, so he is going to retreat the Crobat. Looks like he's probably setting up for that ability. Yep, so he is going to double Dark Patch. And that's knockout. That's 7 energy, right? No, he's 10 short. He'd be 10 short, right? So he does play the Research. No, he can't do that because he attached already this turn. He attached it to the Crobat. I wonder if he's going to call that out. Okay, yeah, it was called out. All right, fine. Okay, so yeah, quick ball the energy. Another Dark Patch. That is the game that will be the knockout on the Dialga V. That's the GG's. Congratulations to Darkrai for winning this tournament. Dialga just got itself in a situation where it couldn't come back. 2 bad turns, and Darkrai was just on that second turn able to just ramp up. But if you guys like this video and you want to see more, make sure you guys hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for more.